In this video, I'm going to discuss 5 different NFT projects I'm watching very closely that I think have massive potential. By the way, all 5 of these, as I cover them, we're going to focus on the Twitter pages. You'll also see me here in the corner as well, because I'm trying to make my videos a little bit more engaging. But as we cover them, understand that I think they're quite big projects. However, that doesn't mean that the entry price or the mint price is really expensive. For example, one of them is a free mint. It's just one thing I'm focusing for the members of our community, the Wizard Pass community, is focusing on the best projects. So rather than volume, focusing more on quality. And actually, all of the projects I discussed today, we actually have member spots for. So we're actually giving away whitelist spots in our community right now. So if you're interested, you can join via the link below. There's an OpenSea link. So if you purchase a Wizard Pass, you can then get access to the member section of our community. And in addition, what I'm going to do is offer one whitelist spot to somebody who likes the video, is subscribed to the channel, and also comments below their favorite upcoming NFT collection. So you'll get one whitelist spot from one of the projects I actually discussed in this video today. So let's get started. The first one is Bbrc or Ivy Boys. Now this is one that has been hyped up a lot recently. And what I'm going to do first of all is just show you a little bit in terms of the artwork and the background from this particular collection. You can see here they've already amassed a lot of followers here on Twitter, 161,000. Let me show you on Instagram as well. So this is their Instagram, where you can see some of the images from the artwork directly. And also you've got the merch website that's open here as well. And what's really cool here is you can actually pre-order official merch from the collection. If you have a look at this article that was written about this particular collection, you can see the style here, this kind of 2D classic style. So this ticks a lot of boxes. It's got the following, it's got the engagement, it's got a renowned artist as well, and also it's got the uniqueness in terms of how it stands out from other mainly art, fashion brand type of collections. And there are a lot of those at the moment. So I think usually if you've got a USP, you'll do well. But if it's more, you're doing something and you're slightly improving on what somebody else has already, then I think some of the collections actually struggle. So in terms of Ivy Boys, I think potentially this is one that could for sure do well. And I'm looking forward to actually hearing other information about this particular project as we get closer to the launch as well. Next one is Katatonik. This is another one that we've got a partnership with at the moment. And this is a really interesting collection. And what they mention here, just in the bio here, is they have artists from Kung Fu Panda and the highly anticipated The Bad Guys. Now this is 3D artwork collection. But what they've said when we're speaking to them is they're going to individually render every single image. So it's computer generated, but it's one of the most advanced algorithms out there. That's what they were saying. So that's kind of their USP with this particular collection. So this should be very, very interesting. And again, as we move closer to launch, I'm excited to see what else they mention on the roadmap, because artwork is obviously all well and good, but it's more interesting to see what else they potentially could be offering members of their community. And again, I like to check Instagram just to see if they've got any pieces of artwork already. They've got a few, but I definitely would want to see a lot more in terms of sneak peeks here, just to check the overall quality of the collection. Next one, Crypto Drops. Now this is actually a free mint, only 200 supply, and they've got many more phases coming later as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one actually does. Now, the other things to mention here are that they're going to have a full artwork collection. That's part of phase 2 that's coming with a higher supply as well. So that's important to be aware of. But at the moment, the first particular collection is free mint, 200 supply. And the other thing, if you click on the website as well, is this particular website, it's ghostdrops.com. Now, this particular project, it's linked to craft cannabis in Canada. And obviously, in many places in the world, this is now legalized, but this might be potentially a new trend, a new niche we're seeing within the NFT space as well, as we've seen elsewhere, for example, in stocks and shares over the past kind of 2 or 3 years. So I'm mainly just sharing here what's trending at the moment in the industry, and this potentially is one of them. And just note, this particular collection is connected to DGEM Pass, so at DGEM Pass. I'll try and leave all the important links in the description below as well, so you can have a look at them at your leisure. Next one to discuss, LV.1 Hunter. So a little bit of a mouthful, but again, this is another one that looks really interesting, and it's one of those upcoming projects that you of course hope lives up to the hype. And it's very, very early at the moment. I'm discussing it with you guys very, very early because if you're looking for whitelist spots otherwise as well, obviously follow them on Twitter here. There may be the opportunity to get into their Discord early as well. That's one of the reasons we've actually contacted them. So I'm just still waiting for more information from them with regards to the project, roadmap, utility, stuff like that. But I just thought I'd mention it here first because the Discord is still locked at the moment. Again, Joe, just looking at the artwork alone and the sneak peeks, it does look very, very clean in terms of artwork. So the quality generally does look very good. But again, we need to know a lot more about the project as well. So that's what I'm looking at. And finally, Llamascape, another one we've collabed with. And the reason this is interesting is not only because of the same creators of obviously Llamaverse, but because it's a P2E project. And these in general, the really good ones have done really well. So this already, not only is it a good idea for a project, but because it has a backing of a proven team, in my opinion, where they already have a massive amount of utility as well, for example, their spit token, etc. So there's basically a whole ecosystem. You can't really say there's any kind of good degree of chance of this flopping or not doing well because it's built on the right infrastructure, if that makes sense. So that's why I like it. I always watch very closely those collections where they're releasing a second collection or a third, either directly related or even indirectly related, because the experience is already there. Just because somebody's big and famous, that alone doesn't mean they're going to have a successful NFT project. If they've got experience beforehand in the world of NFTs, the likelihood of them doing well, especially if their first project was doing well, very, very high, because they're already going to have team members who know what they're doing in many different fields as well, in my opinion. So that's it for this one. I'm actually going to give a free whitelist spot from one of these projects away to one person who comments in the comment section below, and I'll release the winner in the next video. And also of the previous video, I'm also going to announce the winner in the next video as well. Thanks very much for listening.